Section 7, Advanced Learning. Video 7.1, Service Discovery using a Registry. Let's recap a little bit. What have we done till now? In the earlier sections, we created one microservice. In the later sections, we split it into multiple microservices. And in section 6, we stitched it all together using Nginx. And nginx.conf, we realized that we can reroute different requests to different microservices using the location regular expression match. Now, I did mention in the earlier section that we will talk about service registry and service discovery. But before we even continue, we should know why we need a service discovery and a service registry anyway. Realize that microservices would run on different ports. Sometimes they will be dynamically allocated an IP address. So how are we going to keep track of all these microservices? Furthermore, for load balancing, for failover, for being more fault tolerant, for being robust, for having a lot of metrics and performance and auto scaling, we will definitely need a lot more of these microservices happening. So it is virtually impossible for us to keep changing the Nginx kind of configuration. Now, why did we use Nginx? Because I wanted you all to have the pure hands-on experience of knowing exactly how things work. Of course, there are definitely professional tools which allow us to get this done better. Let's take a simple example. Suppose we have these three microservices, the report service, the sweat manager, and the user manager service. All of them, when they start up, broadcast, realize, and find out where the service registry is and register with the service registry. When a web service like Nginx or Apache comes up, it is pre-configured with not the address and the locations of the services, but has only one single configuration, that of the service registry. So it always looks up the service registry to find out what next. Where is this particular service? It could also be a proxy or a reverse proxy in this case, where the web service will send requests and the service registry black box will automatically reroute that to the right service. So step 1 would probably come from any third-party devices, maybe a dashboard, maybe a mobile, where it's trying to access something. Step 2 would be the web service trying to resolve the correct location for processing this request. And finally, step 3 will be where it is using these services. This way, we are also able to enable a large scale of auto scaling, failover, and load balancing. This is what the beginnings of the concept of a service mesh are. We'll see that later on in the section. However, let's see what kind of tools are available today. Among the few that I'm very well aware of and use often only for service discovery are Traffic, Console, they're the most famous ones, but Apache Zookeeper, Nginx, and etcd. These are also available right now, and there might be a host of others available. I've put these names out, but I have not used them intentionally because this tutorial is a hands-on tutorial. We want you to feel what it's like, what these things do. Feel free to use any of these tools. Very highly recommended that you don't try and build, rebuild, reinvent the wheel, but use one of these right tools.